Hello, everyone. My name's Lockie. Welcome along to the live watch along of Portugal Croatia, one of the most highly anticipated games in this round of 32 at the World Cup tournament. The game is getting underway in a matter of moments. The national anthems have been sung. And this is a high quality clash here. You got some top players on both teams, of course. Some legends as well involved today. Cristiano Ronaldo, Luka Modric. The journey's going to end for one of these teams here today. So it is set to be a really fascinating encounter, and it's genuinely really tricky to call. It doesn't feel like there's a particular standout favorite in this game. Two top European nations, Portugal, Croatia, who will reign victorious today. This game being played in Toronto, where the sun is shining down there in the afternoon. Hope you guys are doing well. This is another watch along for the round of 32 here on the channel. We were live yesterday for USA versus Bosnia Herzegovina. We were also live for Mexico versus Ecuador as well. So very much looking forward to this game as well, because again, when we saw the round of 32 come out, I think we're all highlighting this one as a game to watch. Jacob has already jumped into the live chat to say, come on, Portugal. It's a strong lineup that they've got. Diogo Costa in goals. It's a back four of Nuno Mendes, Renato Vega, Ruben Dias, and João Cancelo. Vitinha, João Neves, that midfield partnership, Rafa Leao, expected to play on that left-hand side. Neto on the right. Bruno Fernandes of Manchester United playing in that number 10 role in behind Cristiano Ronaldo. So a lot of attacking threat there for Portugal, but looking at Croatia's lineup as well. Livkovic in goals, Perisic, Pongaricic in the back there with Šutalo and Sanisic as well. Luka Modric, the captain of this Croatia side, an absolute legend, one of my all-time favourite players personally. Mateo Kovacic, another fantastic midfielder. Baturina, Sucic, Vlasic, and Budimir as well. Of course, Croatia getting through to this stage after finishing second in their group stage. They did lose to England, but they were good against Ghana and Panama in the end to get through. G'day, Steve says, can this be the game that CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo, scores his first knockout goal ever? Is that right? Has he never actually scored a knockout goal? I didn't know. I didn't realize that. There you go. Well, maybe today will be the day. Here we go. So, only a couple days to go in the round of 32. We already saw a big result today. Spain defeating Austria 3-0. And here we go for Portugal versus Croatia. Interesting to see both teams wearing their away kits here. So Portugal in sort of that, it's like white, but also a bit of green there on the top as well. And Portugal in their all blue kit. So two European heavyweights here going head to head in the knockout stage. Time to get underway in Toronto. Thanks for joining us for this one, everyone. Hope you are doing well. Thanks for checking out another live stream here on the channel. We've been doing a bunch of these throughout the World Cup, and we are very much looking forward to going live tomorrow for Australia versus Egypt. That is our next live stream, so join us for that one. It is less than 24 hours away now. So, who takes control in the early stages of this game? Steve highlights here in the live chat says Spain have won their first knockout game since the 2010 World Cup final. Dude, that doesn't, surely that's not right. Is that right? I know they've had some shaky campaigns since then. Is that right, that they actually haven't won a knockout game since 2010? Goodness me. Oz Football Hub, hello to you. I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well on this. It is just past 9 o'clock in the morning here on the east coast of Australia. Hope you're doing well as also, mate. Thanks for joining us again this morning. As Portugal are in possession early on here. Cristiano Ronaldo. He grabbed a few goals in the group stage. Will he get on the goal scorers chart today? Again, I mean, I think if I had to pick a winner, would love to hear from you guys. Who are you expecting to win this match? If I had to pick a winner, I think I'm going to go Portugal, but I think it will be close. It really is hard to call, but I think I'm going to go Portugal. Just looking at their team, man, there's just immense quality. especially in attack. I mean, Rafael Leao off the left, Pedro Neto off the right. Those two guys provide enormous pace in the wings. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes is a fantastic player. He's been playing at such a high level for a long time. And of course, the legendary Cristiano Ronaldo leading the line today for Portugal. It's a matter of trying to get him involved in this game as much as possible, give him those opportunities to score. And for Croatia in defence, it's a big task for them just to keep this dangerous Portugal front line quiet in this game. Oz Football Hub reckons Croatia wins on penalties. Well, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if this is an extra time penalty shootout situation. Reckons 1-1 in normal time. I could see it happening. There you go, Steve. So 2014 out of the group stage, 2018 round of 16 lost to Russia. That's right. Yeah, 2022 loss against Morocco. There you go, Steve. Yeah, you're right. It sounds like a crazy stat, but how about that? The last time Spain, as Croatia have a shot, I think that's on target. It's a relatively comfortable save, but Budimir as well with the effort. But a comfortable save there for Costa and goals. That's right, Oz Football Hub, less than 24 hours till the Aussies. We will be doing a live stream for that one as well. The countdown is on. Australia, Egypt. The nerves, I think when it gets to 24 hours out, that's when the nerves start to build for me. I don't know about you guys. It's sort of, I think because of the last game, we knew that the next game was 7-8 days away. So it was like, okay, we've got some time, to build to the next game. But now it's here, man. Now it's real. It's 24 hours away for the Socceroos. So I am starting to get a bit nervous, man. We'll see. Hello to you, Tan Lee. Reckons 0-0 and Portugal to win on penalties. And Star reckons, I think Croatia will win this game. Star Reason writes, welcome to the live chat once again. Good to see you here. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. As Portugal are in behind. Great chance. Good save there again. Oh, my goodness. What an opportunity. Still on for Portugal. Brilliant save. Livkovic forced into a top save early on here. Portugal looking very, very threatening in the early moments. Portugal still on the attack here. Some decent defending in the end from Croatia, trying to just get it away, trying to survive in these early moments. But less than 5 minutes on the clock, and I think we've got a shot on target for both teams already. I feel like it's going to go one of two ways this game. I feel like it's either going to be like a scoreless draw all the way and then penalty shootouts to decide it, or it's going to go the completely different direction and it's just going to be like a crazy high scoring match. It could be like a 3-3 situation or something. Just because there's so much genuine quality. So it was a great chance for Portugal earlier. Was it Ronaldo? I think it was. Was it Bruno Fernandes flying in there? Great cross from Rafael Leao. In fact, it was Fernandes, Bruno Fernandes, with the effort that was blocked away. Great chance for Portugal. I think there were some appeals for a handball there, but nothing happening there. That's right. Tarnley says, it's so close to the Australia game. Not feeling nervous. I feel more confident. I do know what you mean, Tarnley. I do feel the same. I feel confident. And I feel excited and I'm optimistic that Australia can get the result, but at the same time, I'm trying not to get carried away. It can be really easy to get carried away and be like, oh yeah, Nestori's going to do this and Toure and Volpato and everything, but I'm trying to maintain my expectations for Australia's game tomorrow. While I am still confident that we will get the result. Good cross, Portugal, again, Rafael Leao, on a couple of occasions, causing some real headaches for Croatia. Down that left wing, Rafael Leao, looking good. Star says Australia's Asia and Oceania's last hope at the World Cup. Yeah, man, it is pretty crazy that there's no Asian teams left, hey? We saw Japan, they were eliminated the other day by Brazil. So Australia could go through. as the only team from Asia in the round of 16, which would be big, man, really big. So corner for Portugal, it's taken shortly. Now it's swung in. It's a decent delivery. Headed away, and the shot back in sails over the bar. It was João Cancelo with the effort from range. Thanks for joining us today, everyone. Hope you're doing well. 7 minutes in, and it's 0-0 between Portugal and Croatia. This match being played in Toronto, Canada. And a very strong crowd in attendance. Plenty of fans for both teams. Looks like a pretty nice sunny afternoon over there in Toronto. It is Friday morning here on the east coast of Australia. And I hope you guys are doing well wherever you're tuning in from across the world. So Portugal on the ball. A little bit of a midfield tussle, and Croatia can break now. Here's a chance. Let's see what they do here. Over to the right. The ball sails out of play, but Portugal's made a bright start to this game. Croatia, again, have had that one effort at goal. But this has been a pretty electric start to this game so far. Oz Football Hub says, no, Spain are a good team, but Austria were horrible this morning. I didn't watch the full game. I caught the highlights this morning. It was an early morning kickoff here in Australia. But again, checking out some of the stats, Spain really dominated that one. Yeah, Austria didn't really seem to have many chances at all in that match, as a dangerous cross is floated in for Portugal, and it goes out of play for a goal kick, I reckon. Looking for Cristiano Ronaldo, trying to get himself on the score sheet early here today. But yeah, man, a big win for Spain earlier this morning, 3-0, so they are through. And of course, the winner of this game, the winner of Portugal versus Croatia, right here that we are watching today, the winner of this game will play Spain. So, it doesn't get any easier. Doesn't get any easier, hey. Oz Football Hub says, thoughts on this idea? I'm doing every A-League match. I'm going to note my 3-2-1 votes. And at the end of the year, I'm going to stream my own awards night. Love it, man. Sounds like a good idea. Definitely. Portugal clearly up for this one early on. Croatia, let's see if they can get themselves involved in this game a little bit more. Perisic, who's playing at left back today. Very experienced player, has played at a really high level for many years now. Ivan Perisic. So Croatia with a little spell of possession here as they look to build some opportunities. Portugal seemingly defending in a back five, which is interesting. Ball floated in. It's a decent delivery too. And the header unable to be controlled there in the middle by Budimir. Ten minutes in. Pretty good start to this game. We've already had a handful of shots for both sides. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button on the stream, support the channel. You can also consider sending in a super chat to support us here. Thanks for clicking on the stream, hanging out with us today. Definitely keen to get back on the A-League streams next season. Oz Football Hub, that's for sure. That is for sure. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to as well when we hopefully get the draw at sometime soon, maybe. We don't know exactly when we're going to get the A-League season draw, but it generally is sometime in the next month or so. And yeah, we'll definitely have some A-League streams on the way. We're definitely going to be doing some live streams for the Australia Cup, the round of 32s in a few weeks' time. So always a fun competition, the Australia Cup. So we'll definitely have some live streams for that. And those ones are always fun too, because with the Australia Cup, obviously there's some days where there's like 3 or 4 games on all at once. So those are a lot of fun as well. Have Mariners got many new players yet? Signed 2 new players. Oliver O'Carroll, 17-year-old midfielder coming over from Melbourne City, and they just announced yesterday the signing of Noah McCann, a Scottish central defender, 20 years of age, He came through at QPR's academy. So a couple youthful signings there for the Mariners, but still very early on in the window. So I've got a free kick opportunity here for Portugal. And of course, standing over this one is Cristiano Ronaldo. Portugal fans watching on in anticipation. Their hero standing over this dead ball opportunity. 12 minutes in, Ronaldo's free kick straight into the wall. The wall does its job, and there's a player that's gone down here. I reckon there's a player that has copped this ball, maybe in an uncomfortable position. Well, he's denied Ronaldo getting that ball on target, and yeah, that does not look comfortable at all. Cristiano Ronaldo was that strike had some pace on it, that's for sure. Plenty of power on it. But Ronaldo just looking for a little bit more elevation there, just couldn't quite find. So many high quality players on the field for this game, man, playing at some top clubs all across Europe. And I mean, again, it's an interesting match because it could be a scenario where we see both teams sort of just cancelling each other out. Two very high quality sides. But again, we will see if the attacks can get on top today. Hopefully we see some goals. There is certainly plenty of goal threat for both teams involved today. Luka Modric, I mentioned him briefly before the kickoff of the game. One of my personal all-time favourite players. For those that don't know, I am a Tottenham Hotspur fan. They are my Premier League club that I follow. And I recall watching Luka Modric when I was a much younger person. I think I was a teenager when Luka Modric was playing at Tottenham Hotspur. I really enjoyed watching him. He was one of my favourite players there, and obviously Modric has had a fantastic career. Real Madrid. Luka Modric, the captain of this Croatia side, and he would love nothing more than to lead Croatia to a fantastic run at this tournament. They're always a tough side in tournament football, Croatia. You can never write them off. Ooh, favourite Tottenham player Ryan now, asks Star Reads and Rise. Good question. Good question. I do like James Maddison. I think he's great. Hopefully, look, obviously he was out, missed a whole lot of last season with injury, obviously, and if he can get back to full fitness, that'll obviously be a huge boost for Spurs. So I do love James Maddison. Mickey van der Ven's fantastic as well. Fantastic defender. So those are a couple that spring to mind. Ball down the right-hand side. Chance for Portugal to get forward, and they've got a corner coming up. So 15 minutes in, and it definitely seems to be that it is Portugal who are starting to control things a fair bit here. They're getting forward, they're controlling a lot of the ball, and they've had a few really good opportunities already to score, and now this corner is on the way. Nuno Mendes coming over to take it, the left-footed delivery here of Nuno Mendes. Left back plays his club football with PSG in France. So they don't go short this time. It's swung in. The delivery is pretty good, and the header is actually not too far away. Sailing over the crossbar, but it was Renato Vega whose header just went wide there. Only editors in the live chat. Hello to you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for jumping in. Renato Vega, good leap. Got the connection on it, and good power, just couldn't keep it down. Just couldn't keep it down. But again, warning signs there for Croatia that Portugal were able to get on the end of that set piece pretty comfortably there. Welcome X, g'day to you as well. Portugal looking dominant, they are. They're looking very strong. And we've got the first yellow card of the game. Ruben Dias has just been shown a booking. A bit of an elbow perhaps used in a collision with Boonmere. Tell you what, I think I agree with that decision. It's a little bit reckless from Ruben Diaz. The elbow didn't need to be up that high. I think it was accidental, of course, but it seemed a little bit too high. You can't really lead with the elbows like that. So Ruben Dias, the centre back from Portugal, booked here early on. 0-0. Portugal looking really good today. Croatia, though, they've just won a free kick in a very promising position. Renato Vega, adjudged to have committed a foul there on Sucic. Some great footwork from Sucic, who I think Renato Vega just didn't want to let it get past him, man. I mean, Sucic did the nice little sort of flick to get around Vega, and Vega was just like, no, it's not happening. It's not happening. Bringing you down, man. It's a foul, it's a free kick, and it's Modric who's going to whip this in, I think. So much experience, so much quality. Luka Modric, one of my all-time favourite players. Fantastic midfielder. So he swings it in, flicked on at the near post, and Portugal will bring it away. What's your predictions for this game? If you haven't dropped them in the live chat, let me know who is winning this match. Is it going to extra time? Maybe penalties? What do you think? I still think Portugal are just going to get through here today, but I think that's going to be a 1-goal victory, or I wouldn't be surprised if it is a penalty shootout in the end. We have had a few penalty shootouts in the round of 32 already, of course, some dramatic ones as well. Netherlands-Morocco went to a penalty shootout, Morocco getting through there. And Germany versus Paraguay, of course, 1-1 draw in the end. And that game going to a penalty shootout as well. Paraguay progressing on penalties ahead of Germany. And could we be destined for another penalty shootout here today? Maybe. Maybe. This is not the final game today as well. We've got another game after this. Switzerland-Algeria coming up, which should be a good game. I think it will be a good game. I do like Switzerland's squad. I think Switzerland will get through today, but Algeria, I mean, they played a very, very dramatic match a few days ago. The final group stage game, that 3-3 draw with Austria. Enough to get through in the end. So for Algeria, big opportunity here to get through to the round of 16. Portugal with a good spell of possession here. Croatia, some really compact defending. Portugal really having to work hard to try and find any sort of space or opportunities in the front third. Renato Vega's switch of play sails out of play, and 20 minutes in, it remains scoreless. But there has been some great opportunities so far, that's for sure. Quality on the bench for both teams as well. That's the thing with when you have these top nations in world football like Portugal and Croatia. It's not just the starting 11s that possess quality, it's the bench as well. You've got fantastic quality to make an impact later on in this game, which I'm sure we will see at some point today. Plenty of squad depth for both sides today. So Croatia, ultra focused on defending right now. Defending in this 4-4-2 defensive shape it looks like to be for Croatia here. Portugal really stretching the field of play. It's those wingers that stay pretty high and wide. Rafael Leao and Pedro Neto, who's over on the right. Looking to find the ball and get things happening in wide areas. Cancelo on the right. Portugal swing a ball in. But again, Croatia just getting numbers behind the ball here. Doing well to limit Portugal's opportunities. Baymo Bros is in the live chat. G'day to you, Baymo. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for jumping in to say g'day. Portugal continuing their build here. Bamos, have you got a prediction for this game? Let me know. Who do you think's winning? Portugal are threatening. Can they get another cross in? Look at the number of Croatia players behind the ball. Everyone's behind the ball for Croatia. This is a really, really intense moment here in this game because Portugal are just piling on the pressure. Croatia win the ball back to relieve that pressure. Portugal winning just slightly. I agree. I'm in the same boat. I think Portugal just winning for me. I think they'll just get through in the end. But yeah, I'm expecting it to be a narrow one. Maybe just a 1-goal win in the end. I'm hoping that we do see goals today. Got so many fantastic goal scorers on the park right now. But yeah, I think I've got Portugal just winning. But it is so hard to call. Croatia could. I could certainly see them winning this game today as well. So, Nuno Mendes, decent delivery. Oh, dude, that was a crucial defensive header away for a corner. And it was well done too. I think it was Nuno Mendes with that delivery. It was just so dangerous because it was played just ahead of the goalkeeper in behind the centre-backs. Very dangerous. World Cup X says crazy that Segicic could be on the park right now. Yes, Adrian Segicic. Of course, not part of the final World Cup squad for Croatia, but yeah, man, as we know, it was a big story in Australian football. It was, what was it, last year? It was many months ago now, Croatia. Adrian Segicic choosing to represent Croatia in international football instead of Australia. He did receive a Socceroos call-up last year. But for Adrian Segicic choosing to represent Croatia as we have the first hydration break of the game. We'll take a look at the match stats in just a moment. Hopefully, look, and again, hopefully Adrian Segicic is able in the end to represent Croatia and actually, get some caps for them. That would be really, really cool to see. The player who was fantastic at Sydney FC a couple of years ago. Zando, good to see you here, man. Hope you're doing well. We are enjoying this game so far. 0-0, but there's been some good opportunities. Portugal especially have looked good. So the stats, according to Fortmob, 69% possession to Portugal, 31 to Croatia. Portugal with 7 efforts at goal already. Just 1 on target though. And for Croatia, 2 efforts at goal. None of those on target just yet. That's right. Heard Big Sega talk. I be summoned to that. That's right. Just as we're talking about the man himself, Adrian Segicic. Yeah, man. I mean, it would be cool to see him play for Croatia. Obviously, we would have loved to have seen him play for Australia. And hey, who knows? If he was still keen to represent Australia, he may well beat this World Cup. But you know what an interesting thing is as well? Is I wonder if we still had Adrian Segicic for the Socceroos. I wonder if we would have still seen Volpato in the squad. Probably. I mean, how incredible would that have been if we still had Segicic and had Volpato in the squad as well? Because they're two, fairly similar players. They're both, left-footed attacking midfielder sort of players. So, yeah. Star says Portugal will probably get the first goal if they keep pushing. They look the most likely out of the two teams. The more likely, yeah. Yeah, man, it is disappointing, eh? For Segicic, it was was it the games against New Zealand? I think it was. I think it was September last year, where he was called up and he again just didn't get a single minute, which we do see sometimes happen, but for young players being called up to the squad. But yeah, man, I think because he actually had a really good season for Portsmouth overall. He did. He really, really did. And I think he would have been in Australia's World Cup squad for sure because he's been in great form over the last 12 months. And it's great to see him doing well over there. But yeah, man. Yeah, it is bizarre that he didn't get a single minute. Surely you just throw him on there just to give him some game time. Give him a chance just to do something in those games. But he didn't get a single minute in those games. And again, I just wonder how much that affected Segicic's decision in the end. He went to that camp for Australia and didn't get a minute in any of those games and just thought, I'm out. Maybe, I don't know. Look, and I don't know. I know a lot of people sort of blame Popovich and put the blame on him. I don't know, man. I don't know if I necessarily feel that way. I think in the end, look, Segicic has made the decision. If he wants to play for Croatia, he can go play for Croatia. That's fine. And we wish him all the best. And yeah, like I don't really feel salty about it or anything. Obviously, at the time, it was devastating, and I think we all felt like Popovich, why don't you just give him some minutes, give him a chance to play, to show what he could do for Australia. But yeah, man. So Croatia on the attack here, following this hydration break, still on for them. Here's a good chance. Blocked shot. Still on for Croatia. Perisic on the left. His cross is blocked. It's cleared away. But straight after this hydration break, Croatia looking to get forward here. What else are we saying here? Tarnley a moment ago says, can Segicic switch back if Croatia never pick him? I don't know how that works. I don't think so. Someone let us know in the live chat if you know. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know what the specifics are in the rules there. Oz Football Hub says, Watford have rejected a $19 million, that's Australian dollars, bid from Hull for Nestri. I did see that, yeah, reported earlier today. Big news. Big news. Hull City obviously promoted to the Premier League, so that's a huge one. We might have to do another video talking about some of the latest transfer news for our Socceroos stars, because there has been a bit just in the last week or two. Yeah, that's the good question. Ronaldo Tony asks in the live chat, how many times can a player change nations before he or she plays an official game? Xander says, other than an injury, great season for Portsmouth. Yeah, Aussies and Croats, I guess, have been cooking in the EFL. Indeed. Here comes Croatia. Flag is up, though. But yeah, since that drinks break, Croatia are looking a whole lot better, that's for sure. World Cup X says, would love to see Nestori Irankunda sign for Hull. Perfect for him as a club and to play in the Premier League, indeed. Xander says, I understand Watford rejecting it, but come on, Hull in the Prem is a great opportunity for Nestori. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether Hull come back with a bigger bid for Nestori Irankunda. That'd be cool. I think we'd all obviously love to see Nestori step up to the English Premier League. That would be incredible. And I reckon with Hull City, and look, a newly promoted squad, I reckon Nestori Irankunda would have a good opportunity to get some good game time at Hull in the Premier League. It'd be great. It really, really would. World Cup X says Watford won around £20 million and Hull offered £10 million. So hoping they can get the deal done. As Portugal not too far away? Cristiano Ronaldo shaking his head, unable to find the goal. It was a good switch of play again. Was it Nuno Mendes again? I think it was. So there's Joao Cancelo who got up on that right-hand side, and it was a good delivery. Such a dangerous ball in. And Cristiano Ronaldo just couldn't get the contact in the end. Xander also mentioning that Chikati and Boss are being monitored by Prem clubs, which would be class. It would be class indeed. Absolutely, it's great to see so many of our young Aussie stars being linked with some really big moves. As we know, it was a few weeks ago now, Harrington linked with a move to Barcelona. And yeah, man, there's all sorts of rumours and reports of, the likes of Chikati, of Boss, Irankunda being linked to some really, really big moves. So yeah, man, I mean, and what will really boost these players' chances of securing big moves is if Australia keep progressing at this tournament. We will be live tomorrow for Australia-Egypt, so join us for that one. But if the Socceroos can win against Egypt tomorrow, get through to the round of 16, it's just going to increase the spotlight on the young Australian superstars. And yeah, honestly, I mean, I know it's been discussed a little bit, and I was thinking of making a video on it as well to really just talk about and sort of ask the question, is this Australia's next golden generation? I think this is the beginning of something really special here for Australia, because we've got so many. I mean, this World Cup has already been a good campaign so far for the Socceroos. And for Australia, I mean, considering how young some of Australia's superstars are, the next few World Cups are just going to be sensational for Australia. Xandel says, watch Boss keep Salah quiet and get a move. Yeah, I could definitely see Geordie Boss getting a move for sure. He's been fantastic. Star says Boss at Liverpool would be great, especially after losing so many important players. Dude, that would be incredible, obviously. We've had a few Aussies play at Liverpool. Brad Jones, the goalkeeper, and of course, Harry Kewell was at Liverpool a couple decades ago. But Geordie Boss, wouldn't that be cool? That'd be great. Xandor says Boz and Kokesh, so similar. And that's right. Yeah, indeed, they did lose Robertson. He's over to Tottenham. So with Robertson departing, you'd imagine Liverpool would be after another left back. And goodness me, wouldn't that be something if they went for Jordan Boss? I don't know if that's a link or anything. I don't think there's any actual links there. I haven't seen anything at least. But hey, we can dream. That would be fun to see. So Portugal continuing their dominance in possession, continuing to push Croatia back as the ball is drifted into the box. Can they get an effort on goal here? We've got a lot of numbers forward. Still on the attack. Good cross. Still, oh my goodness, very, very close indeed. It's a corner coming up for Portugal. They're getting much closer now. As a Spurs fan, I am happy with Robertson going to Tottenham. I am. That's right. That's right, as Xander says as well. Yeah, it's not a link. Just speaking of pure delusion. That's right. Hey, we can dream. Golden Generation Mark II says Tarnley. That's right. I mean, it just feels like such an exciting group of players we've got coming through. So Rafael Leao is going to send in this corner. Has got the short option there, and he utilises it. They go back. Will they swing it in now? Nuno Mendes closed down quickly, but he's able to get a shot away. It's blocked in the box. Oh, Croatia are breaking. Here's a chance for Croatia, perhaps. Portugal do well to get numbers back. They do very, very well in defence there, Portugal. So, 34 minutes into this game now, scoreless. It is certainly Portugal who are looking the more likely out of the two sides, that is for sure. Thanks for joining us here today, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already. And you can consider supporting the channel by sending in a super chat. Appreciate you guys just being here to hang out with us. What else are we saying in the live chats? Rhonda and Tony says, after Popper, I would like to see Milligan as our next manager, more attacking. That would be fun. I mean, Mike Milligan, he's been playing a very attacking 4-3-3 formation at Newcastle Jets, and that'd be fun to see with his Socceroos squad. Someone I'd love to see as well, someone like Kevin Muscat. I think he's worth a look. He's been doing a good job in China in recent years, so I think that could be fun. Got some good Aussie coaches, that's for sure. Star, I agree. Star says Patrick Beach could move up from the A-League after his contract is up. Yeah, I mean, he's still got another year, right, at the Melbourne City, if I'm not mistaken. His contract has still got another year or so. So honestly, with Pat Beach, the fact that he's been starting all of the games at this World Cup for Australia, I think it's almost a certainty that he'll get a move away. He has to. He's still so young, and he's playing regularly at the World Cup. He's a great goalkeeper. Surely he'll get a move away. If not, it's a huge boost for Melbourne City if they can keep a hold of him for next campaign, man. Xander says, I love our players, but I don't think Popper is the right man to take us to that next level. I love him, and he plays good defensive football, but our boys need more freedom. Yeah, Xander, I do feel the same way. I do. Look, as we know, Tony Popovic has signed on to be head coach through to the Asian Cup, which is next year, which is just 6 months away in January. So Popovic is definitely sticking around until then. But I do wonder what this team would look like if we did play maybe a little bit more adventurous. The defensive play style has worked in a lot of games. It has come unstuck here and there at times, but the defensive play style, the back five there, has been really solid for Australia in lots of games. Think about the games where it worked so well, of course, that qualifier against Japan where we won 1-0 in Perth. It worked so well against Turkey. in the group stage. Portugal have got a free kick coming up in a good position. So yeah, man, it would be interesting to see this Socceroos group play a more attacking formation with a more attack-minded coach. Tarnley mentioning Milligan, Muscat, and Kuehl as well. Harry Kuehl, I mean, yeah, I think Muscat's. If I had to pick one out over those three, I'd probably pick Muscat personally. Belgium building once. Sorry, Belgium. I said Belgium because I just saw Zan's comment where he mentioned Belgium. Portugal building once more here. Xander says, going to hurt seeing Paulie Ocon Jr. leave. I think he's gone this season, been linked in Belgium and the Championship. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me as well. Another young player who, again, he's featured in all three games so far this tournament, and he started two. He started 2 out of 3, so I think Paulo Connexler's, yeah, all these guys are surely going to be on the move. Paulo Connexler, Geordie Boss, Lucas Harrington probably, Pat Beach, who else? Nestor and Kunda's got heaps of links. Mo Toure, who's at Norwich City. I wonder if he'll get some interested clubs perhaps. Would love to see. Hopefully see Toure score tomorrow. That would be great, wouldn't it? Who else? I mean, there's so many players. Chakati as well. Didn't mention. There's so many players. Harry Sutar as well. Very curious to see where he ends up. Obviously, his club side, Leicester City, have been relegated to League One in England. So Harry Sutar, I'm sure he'll have aspirations to be playing in a higher division. Portugal, as we are entering the latter stages of this first half, Portugal have really been on top for so much of this contest now. Croatia have really had their chances limited here. And Portugal continuing to just squeeze Croatia here, continuing to push them back, trying to create these opportunities. Renato Vega, Joao Cancelo, they're building. It is credit to Croatia's well-organised defence, though, because Portugal, they have gotten in the box on a number of occasions, but Livakovic he's maybe only made a couple saves. So the clear-cut chances, the efforts on target haven't necessarily been arriving at a high frequency. Tan Lee says, imagine Ange coaching this group of players. Dude, I mean, that would be incredible. That'd be great. We can dream. It would be cool to see Ange back with the Socceroos. I can't see it happening, but it would be cool. It would be cool to see. So Portugal, yet another corner. Let's see what they do here. Swinging it in this time. They've really shaken it up with their corner deliveries, and it's gone out of play. Another corner on the way. They've really been utilising the different options from the corners. Sometimes they're going short, Portugal. Sometimes they're just sending it in. Tarnley says tomorrow's the type of game that Toure and Volpato can shine. Hopefully, I think so. I think both those guys could get a real opportunity tomorrow. I did see that, Xander. Yeah, Sydney's new signing. I really like it. Sakine, the Takahiro Sakine, the Japanese winger, looks like a good signing. And yeah, you'd imagine he'll be that replacement for Joe Lolly on the wing. So yeah, it looks good. I like it. I like it for Sydney. Less than 5 minutes on the clock in regular time. Portugal 0, Croatia 0. Portugal have looked very good, especially in this game. Will we get a goal before the halftime break? Again, this game has the feeling as if it may well go to a penalty shootout. Extra time may well be required. Croatia just have to try and find a way to get forward. They're trying to move it quickly and utilise this counter-attack. Let's see what they do here. Croatia. Good sliding challenge, but it's still on for them. That looks like a foul for sure. We are still playing on. Croatia. Let's see what they can create here down the left-hand side. Perisic with a bit of space. Taking on Cancelo. He's been pushed off the ball. Fair play. Still on. Kovacic. Modric. Croatia haven't had many chances, and it breaks down for them. Struggling a bit, Croatia, in this game. Rondo Tony says, I can still see Modric coming on as a sub against Socceroos in the 2006 World Cup. What a career. He's had a fantastic career. And yeah, isn't that incredible to think that he came on in that tournament for Croatia against Australia 20 years ago? Incredible. And yeah, he's just been sensational throughout his career, Luka Modric. Xandor says, going to hurt seeing Joe go, but I'm just happy he's at Newey and not Victory. Yes, there was those transfer links between Joe Lolly and Melbourne Victory, but he has officially signed with Newcastle Jets. And yeah, that certainly would have hurt for Sydney FC fans. Sydney FC, I've seen a lot of their own players go to rival clubs, whether it's Western Sydney Wanderers or Melbourne Victory. So Newcastle Jets, still a rival, but maybe not as intense of a rival compared to Melbourne Victory and Western Sydney Wanderers. That's for sure. Croatia down the left-hand side, getting forward. They've got some numbers too. Let's see what they do here. Delivery comes in. No, it's blocked. It's blocked. Good defence. Portugal. Defences have been on top so far today. We've been talking about the high-quality attacking players that are on the field for both teams, but it's the defences that have been pretty solid so far today. Adstar also says Ange needs players with speed and great ball control. While Australia has some impressive speedsters, we only have 2 or 3 players with good ball control, so Ange's tactics will not work. Interesting take, Adstar. Yeah, it is a fair point. You do need that good ball control. Players who can maintain possession. Xandor says Newey are definitely a rival, but you can't help but admire their football, so definitely okay with it. I mean, you're Central Coast Mariners, so maybe you don't admire it. Oh, look, hey, of course, a rivals of Newcastle Jets, I would love to see Mariners finishing above Jets every single year, and it did pain me to see Newcastle Jets lift a trophy, but I have to acknowledge that they were fantastic last season. They were great. I do certainly recognise that. But of course, as a Mariner, I'm wearing a Mariners shirt here today as well, Central Coast Mariners t-shirt. Yeah, Newcastle Jets, always rivals of Central Coast Mariners, of course. So I don't think we'll have too much added time here. Maybe just the 3 minutes on for the hydration break. Because there hasn't been many stoppages in this first half. It's been a pretty smooth game so far. That's the classic Mariners shirt. Swear I used to wear that most streams back a few years ago. Yeah. It's an old one. I've kept it around for many years now, so I love pulling it out every now and then. It's a classic, that's for sure. That is for sure. We have 4 minutes added on. 4 minutes left for one of these teams to make a breakthrough before halftime. What time are you going to sleep tonight? Asks Oz Football Hub, of course, with the Socceroos in action at 4 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, Australian Eastern Standard Time. It'll be an early night, of course. We're trying to try and get some sleep. Newey Jets football, g'day to you. Hope you're doing well, man. We were just talking about Newcastle Jets, mate. We just were. We're talking about Joe Lolly. What do you make of Joe Lolly's move to the Jets? Are you excited by it? Looks like a good move. But yeah, Oz Football Hub. Definitely getting to bed tonight at a very early hour to try and get some rest before the Socceroos are in action early tomorrow morning. We will be doing a live stream for it as well. So we'd love for you guys to hang out with us tomorrow for Australia versus Egypt. The live watch long as Rafael Leao. Shot goes wide. Good chance. Rafael Leao's been good this game, left side. He looks dangerous and just couldn't control his effort in the end. Great play down the right. Dangerous cross. He was being closed down pretty quickly there, Rafael Leao, but yeah. That's right, Xander. I was with Mariners. That was a few years ago now. When I'm not talking about football, I'm a musician. So I do music stuff as well. And you guys might be able to find my music account on the social media pages as well. So I'm a session musician and do a lot of music work when I'm not talking about football as well. So that's what's taking up most of my time as well outside of this. Tarnley asks, when it comes to the Socceroos game, I wake up an hour early before kickoff. Yeah, I generally try to do the same thing. I mean, yes, for tomorrow, that would mean a 3 a.m. wake up for on the east coast of Australia. So an early start for sure. So yeah, man, it'll be an early night for a lot of Australians tonight, I'm sure. Oh, you know what as well? If Australia get through today, tomorrow, if Australia get through against Egypt, the next game is going to be a 2 a.m. kickoff, Australian Eastern Standard Time. 2 a.m. kickoff on, I believe it's Wednesday. Pretty sure it's Wednesday. On that Joe Lolly move, Newey Jets football says, don't mind it, hopefully, can stay injury free. Good experience as well for Asia coming up. Yeah, that's a good point. Asian Champions League elite, so great to have an elite player like Joe Lolly joining the Jets. Another foul there committed by Ruben Dias. Already on a yellow card. Xander says, Australia get through. We are definitely playing Cabo Verde, dude. Oh, man. As we know, tomorrow, of course, Argentina, Cabo Verde. And, I mean, look, Cabo Verde, they drew 0-0 with Spain. They drew with Uruguay, didn't they? So Cabo Verde, I mean, they're going to be massive underdogs, obviously, against Argentina. But I think Australia collectively going to be rooting for Cabo Verde in that game against Argentina. Because, I mean, yeah, Australia played Argentina in the round of 16 of the last World Cup, and it could turn out that way again. Newey Jet says, I'll miss the Iceman, though. He's been incredible. Indeed. Eli Adams, one of the best players in the league last season. And Gamba Osaka, it's the club I believe he's heading to, isn't it? Over in Japan. A well-deserved move, man. He's got a fantastic career ahead of him, Eli Adams. Still relatively young. That's right. Star Reads and Right says, it'd be a dream if Cape Verde beats Argentina. It would be, dude. And that game's taking place after the Egypt-Australia game, so we will certainly be keeping an eye on that one. Just doing a live stream for the Australia-Egypt game tomorrow as well, so make sure to join us for that. But it is half-time in this one. It is 0-0 between Portugal and Croatia. What do you guys make of this first half so far? Portugal definitely looking the better out of the two sides. They've had more opportunities. But the clear-cut chances aren't quite arriving for either team, to be honest. Portugal have had a pretty high number of shots, but struggling to find the target a little bit in this game. All right, what else are we saying here? Jump into the live chat. If you guys have any comments or questions, Xander, good to see you here as always, man. Xander's been a long-time viewer of the channel. So Spain looked so solid today. Definitely think Cape Verde can hold Argentina if they perform like that. Yeah, Cape Verde, I mean, defensively, they were so good against Spain, so they're a really stubborn team at the back. We'll see if they can keep Lionel Messi and Argentina quiet tomorrow. Newey Jets asks, what do you make of Hacho? Seems like he's going to blood the youth. Certainly seems to be the case, which is usually the case, of course, because Mariners. But yeah, John Hutchinson appointed as head coach of the Mariners, wearing my Mariners shirt here today as well. John Hutchinson, I'm very happy with it. I am. I think it's cool to have a former player, former captain at the club. He's the all-time leading appearance maker for the Mariners, and he knows the club well, man. He knows the identity of the club, so I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move it's a good statement to begin this new era for the Mariners, that's for sure. Xander says Australia versus Cape Verde would be complete defensive mastery. 0 shots all game. I mean, yeah, you got two. Wouldn't that be something? Just two defensively stubborn teams going at it. Xander also says, everyone talking about Lolly to Newey, but no one talking about the GOAT, the Minister of Australian Football, the greatest player ever to do it, Pat Wood. Pat Wood. I mean, he's been at Sydney FC for what feels like the longest time. But yeah, finally moving away on a permanent deal to Newcastle Jets. He did spend a loan spell at Perth Glory last year, but yeah, man. Hopefully he gets more game time with the Jets. Newer Jets also says, can't wait for the upcoming A-League season. So much movement in the off-season. Yeah, it's been busy, hasn't it? It has been busy. And we're just getting started. There's still like a couple months to go in the window. So there is still a lot of movement to come, of course. Australia Cup is just around the corner as well. We will be doing a bunch of content live streams on the Australia Cup when it rolls around. Very much looking forward to that. We know we've got some big games there. South Melbourne playing Adelaide United. What else? Sydney United 58 playing Central Coast Mariners. Big games all across everywhere. Sydney Olympic playing Brisbane Roar as well. Yeah. Hello, Oscar. Welcome to the live chat, man. Hope you're doing well. Great to see everyone joining us for this game today. 0-0 between Portugal and Croatia at halftime. Santa also saying, looking forward to Sydney FC's signings. Obviously, we've lost a good few players. Yeah, there are some key departures there from Sydney FC. I think they need to sign another striker. Another good striker, Sydney FC. And probably, maybe another winger. Another attacking player as well. Maltese legend, John Hutchinson, says Ronda and Tony. That's right, Xander highlighting. That's right, Sydney FC heading to Western Australia, taking on Bayswater, aren't they? Oscar asking the question as well. What do you think of Hutchie coming back home to the Mariners? I love it. I do love it. I think it's a great move. It's a really big statement, I think, to begin this new era, to bring back someone who knows the club well. And he's picked up some great coaching experience in recent years as well. He spent the last few years in Japan. He was in the US for a little bit as well a few years back. So he's picked up some good experience, and I think this is the right time for Hutch to come back and build the team for the new season. So really excited for it. Lightning for Football is joining us as well today. G'day to you as well. Hope everyone is doing well. Alrighty. Second half, not too far away. I'm just going to go grab a little bit more water. Jump in the live chat if you guys have any comments or questions. Great to see everyone here. 0-0 between Portugal and Croatia. The winner of this game goes through to play Spain. Spain won their game earlier today. 3-0 victory over Austria. They looked good, Spain, in that game. Dominant. Dominant display in the end. Lightning, I'm doing very well, man. Thanks for asking. Prediction, asks Star. From here, tell you what, after that first half, this does have, I reckon it's going to extra time. It's got a real 0-0 vibe about it, this game, I think, at this rate. Let's look at those stats as well, because the shots on target haven't really been there for either side. And I don't know if it's going to open up all that much in the second half. I feel like this could certainly just go through to extra time. So, according to FOTMob, Portugal, 69% possession. Portugal with just 31% of the ball. So, Portugal really dominating that statistic. Portugal have had 9 shots and just the 1 on target. How about that? Livakovic had to make that 1 save earlier on in the game. 3 shots for Croatia, 0 on target. So there you go. In that, for both teams, combined across that whole first 45 minutes of football, 1 shot on target total. So that sort of sums it up for you. There's been a lot of effort, a lot of energy, but just the 1 effort on target. Defenses are on top. That's right, Lightning. Australia to win the World Cup, going all the way. It's coming home. Ronda and Tony says the A-League should start in August. The long off-season is crazy. Pollies are covered in Socceroos gear, but they will put money into the game. No, says Rhonda and Tony. Of course, the A-League season, off-season is far too long. I think it's one of the biggest things affecting the A-League. It's just not on enough. It needs to be, the season has to be longer. It has to start earlier, for sure. If I was in charge of the A-League, that is one of the absolute priorities. I think it's terrible that the A-League off-season is so long because you're spending, 5 months basically, like, with a lot of fans feeling really disconnected to the A-League. It's just not on. And you see, leagues around the world going much longer, obviously. We need more games. We need a longer season. It's as simple as that. We need it. It has to be a priority. And that's it. If you guys have been watching this channel for a while, it's, you might have heard me say that a lot. I do mention it quite a bit when talking about the A-League. The off season is too long. It has to be short. Has to be way shorter, the off season. Xander says was delusional, hoping Sydney picked up Origi as a free agent, and then he retired tragically. That would have been a big signing for Sydney for sure. Xander also reckons it's going to be Portugal 2-0. Croatia will get tired with how they're playing such a good nation. They're having to do a lot of defensive work, that is for sure. Lightning for Football says the Australia Cup should be played during the NPL and A-League season, which means A-League would have to start earlier. Lightning says, oh, interesting. Lightning says, if I was in charge of the A-League, I would change the name of the league. Interesting. What would you change the name to, just out of curiosity? Lightning also says, in order to get a longer season and more games, that means there needs to be more teams. Yes. And yes, I do think there should be more teams. I think the A-League should be aiming to get 16 teams, I reckon. 16 teams. You play everyone home and away. That's a 30-game season, which is still, I wish it was longer. I wish it was longer than that, Tanley asks the question, do you think some Socceroos will retire after the World Cup? Ooh, interesting, Tanley. That's a good question. Tanley, one of the members of our channel here today. Feel free to check out the memberships if you want to support the channel. We've got members only live streams and videos available on the channel. Tanley asking, will some Socceroos retire after the World Cup? Yeah, we've been talking about a lot of youngsters who might get some exciting moves, but yeah, are there any who could maybe retire? I mean, maybe Matt Leckie. Again, would love to see him continue. I'm a big Matt Leckie fan. I think he's still got a lot of value to add for Australia. He's out for the rest of this tournament with injury. Maybe Matt Leckie. He's had a fantastic run for Australia. Who are some other players who are older? Who do you guys reckon? I mean, I don't think Matty Ryan's anywhere near retiring. That's for sure. Xandor's jumping on the memberships. Thanks, man. Really appreciate that. Dude. We do have 2 levels of memberships. Level 1, we've got a low price if you just want to get on board with the memberships. At level 2, that gets you access to members-only live streams, extended matchday vlogs, members-only videos. So I really appreciate your support there, Xander. Thanks for that. We've already done 2 members-only live streams already this week. So, yeah, man. If you guys want to check out more exclusive content, you can jump on that level 2 membership. What else are we saying here? The A1, A2 model to make the season longer, says World Cup X. That could be cool, yeah. Some great questions and comments coming in. Oscar talking about Central Coast Mariners. Oscar asks, do you reckon QPR and Mariners will loan players in between clubs over the next few years? Possibly. Well, Oscar, of course, it's worth highlighting. I mean, Mariners just announced a new signing last night. Noah McCann coming over from QPR. He did come through QPR's academy, just 20 years of age, central defender. But he was at QPR. So I think we've already got that connection happening, man. So I think we're going to see it. Lightning wants the name changed to National Soccer League. I prefer... I mean, I just don't like the soccer part, personally. I don't know about you guys. I'm keen for it to be called Football in Australia. Walkerbeck says, I like the A-League name. Yeah, I've got no problems with the A-League name. I think it works, so there's no need to change it. I remember a few years ago they changed the logo. We have had a few different A-League logos over the years. I remember when they released the current A-League logo, which of course is like that slash and the dot. It got a lot of backlash, negative backlash. I don't mind it. I never really hated it. It's a very simple design. It's a very simple design. I do wonder whether we'll maybe get a new redesign or logo in years to come. Because that new logo, that must have come in maybe 4 or 5 years ago now. It's a while ago. I remember talking about it on this channel when it came out too. Star asks, do you have an AFL and NRL team? Yeah, sort of. I will preface it by saying that I barely follow those competitions. I spend 99% of my time watching football. So I've got pretty minimal interest in the other codes in Australia, unfortunately. The AFL team that I follow is GWS Giants, and as a kid I followed Sydney Roosters in the NRL. I don't really follow the NRL as much these days, to be honest. All my interest is in Australian football, so that's where I'm at. I mean, and to be fair, I mean, and of course those codes already get enough coverage and publicity in the mainstream media in Australia. So that's why I'm very excited, passionate about talking about Australian football, because it just doesn't get covered enough in the mainstream media. Only when the World Cup's on, it seems. So the teams preparing to return to the field of play for the second half. Shout out again to Xander, who a moment ago jumped on our level 2 memberships. We've only just recently launched memberships on the channel, and it's a way for you guys. I know a lot of you guys have been watching the channel for a long time, or whether you've just recently joined us. Appreciate you checking out the channel. Memberships go a long way to helping me continue to make more content here. The more members we get, the more it allows me to put time and energy into making content here. So if you are enjoying what you're seeing, and if you are able to support, really appreciate you guys jumping on the memberships, man. Again, those level 2 memberships get you access to the members only live streams. We've already done a couple already this week. The extended vlogs as well. Xander says, no stress, bro. Love what you've been doing for ages. Always happy to support. Thanks, man. Appreciate that, dude. Really appreciate that. And shout out to all our members who have joined us so far. Tan Lee's in the live chat as well today. Sam as well, member of the channel. Alec. Got a bunch of folks who have already jumped on the memberships. And again, we've just recently launched it in the last couple of weeks. So it's in the early stages. And if you guys have any ideas or suggestions or things you would like to see in regards to when it comes to memberships here on YouTube, let me know. If there's any particular content you'd like to see, behind the scenes stuff, we'd love to get your feedback on memberships, because this is a collective thing. It's not just about me. This YouTube channel works because you guys are here, part of the conversation. Tan Lee also saying the only time I was interested in the NRL was the Tarzos in the chip packets. Oh my gosh, Tan Lee, you've just unlocked a memory in my brain. I remember being at primary school and that was a thing. You know, you get your chip packets and you're like, oh, look, I got Benji Marshall, Darren Lockyer. Fun fact for you guys joining us in the live stream right now, for any NRL fans with us, my favourite rugby league player, or one of my favourite rugby league players as a kid growing up, was Darren Lockyer, because his last name was Lockyer and it sounded like Lockie, which was my name. So as a kid, I was like, Darren Lockyer, love him. Anyway. Second half. Let's do it. So it is scoreless so far between Portugal and Croatia. This has been an intriguing game so far. Who will take the lead in the second half? We are underway, folks. That's right. Tanley says the Tarzos game was school gambling. It was a little bit like that, wasn't it? Yeah. Welcome back. Have you thought of doing interviews? Could be interesting. I have considered that. Yeah, we have done a few on this channel. A few years ago, this channel was like basically a Central Coast Mariners fan channel. We do have now a separate Mariners fan channel. Coast Watch Football is a separate channel where I talk about my team, Central Coast Mariners. If you guys want to check that out, Coast Watch Football is where I talk about the Mariners. But yeah, we did do a few interviews here on the channel a few years back. But hey, it might be something that we need to look to get back into. That's for sure. Xander also earlier said more NPL reviews would be cool. Not sure if you're interested in that. I do follow the NPL, not as closely as obviously the A League and all that stuff, but that could be interesting. I have considered diving into that. There is a hardcore fan base for the NPL in Australia, of course. So it may well be something that we'll have to look into, Xander. Thanks for the suggestion, man. Thanks for the suggestion. I'll make a note of that. Here comes Croatia. Cross comes in. That's a crucial interception. Still on for them, though. Can they get the shot away? Kovacic. They have it on the left in the box. Croatia. They barely had any chance. They haven't had a single shot on target all game. Have Croatia. Modric on the ball. They're moving it around, and this is a chance for Croatia to have their turn in attack. Oscar says, my family is a big NRL family, but I am the biggest football fan, though. And look, it's fair enough. Obviously, as we know, AFL and NRL, they get the most coverage in Australia. There's obviously plenty of supporters and followers of those competitions in Australia. Here comes Croatia. Great run. Oh, what a goal. No, it's wide. Oh my gosh, dude, it's Kovacic. Dude, I thought that was a goal. It was side netting. Or was it a save, was it? Croatia, an electric start to the second half, and Kovacic with a great run. And it was, I think the fans behind the goal thought it went in, but Kovacic just wide. Xandor also saying, even stuff of maybe getting out and involved with videos at NPL Oz Championship games every now and again. You've got a good platform to spread more awareness to the NPL for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely keen to get to more NPL Oz Championship stuff. I wasn't able to get to any of the Oz Championship games last time out. I remember it was sort of overlapping a little bit with the A-League season, but I think it was a good Australian Championship campaign last time out. I think it was a good first season there, first tournament, shall we say. Corner for Croatia. So I'll certainly make a note of that, Xander. It's definitely something I've been meaning to get around to. A lot of my energy sort of focused on the A-League, of course, and A-League will always be one of the priorities here on this channel, but I'm certainly aware that there is a massive fan base for the NPL and, of course, the Oz Championship as well. And that's right, it would spread more awareness to those competitions. Tan Lee says, I hope we can get promotion relegation soon. Yeah, we all want it, don't we? Hopefully we do get it soon enough. Xander also saying that the Oz Championship was so fun last year. I live in the Gong now, so it was fun getting to see the Wolves in action during that. Yes, indeed, Wollongong Wolves. Fantastic club. Croatia have flicked a switch in the second half, haven't they? They're attacking with a whole lot more venom. Portugal just looking to get themselves back into the game in the second half. Oscar says the A-League, NPL, and the new A-League that might come out should do relegation and promotion. Hopefully we do see it, man. Hopefully we do see it soon enough. I still feel like it's a fair way away. Hopefully the Australian Championship can continue to develop. Again, they're looking at, the Australian Championship is essentially that second-tier competition. So hopefully, even if we get a situation where we have there's just those two leagues, League 1, League 2, and you've got the A-League and then you've got the Championship. So if you can get that promotion relegation, that would be good. Five minutes into this second half, it remains scoreless, and Portugal just looking to get themselves back into this game now. Because it was a bright start to the second half of Portugal. They looked all right there for a moment. It looked like they were going to score. Kovacic not too close. Oh, sorry, not too far away, I should say. And of course, make sure to join us live tomorrow. We are going to be live right here on the channel for Australia, Egypt. The big one. We've been looking forward to it all week, of course. Portugal looking to build here. Again, this slow build-up play. It's all about trying to break through Croatia's stubborn defense. Croatia look like they're dropping into a back five now as they look to limit the spaces. We had a feeling that maybe, as we were talking about this game beforehand, we had a feeling that maybe both teams would cancel each other out a little bit. I think we are seeing that a bit in this game. Defenses are on top so far, folks. What are your predictions for the rest of this second half? Will we see a goal or are we destined for extra time? Let me know. Star, that is a good point. Star Heights in the live chat says, if we progress to the round of 16, then the wait between Australia games will be shorter. Yes. So Australia, the next game in the round of 16 will be, it'll be a 2 a.m. kickoff on Wednesday, Australian Eastern Standard Time. So certainly a shorter turnaround. Australia have had over a week between the last group stage game and the round of 32. One of the longest rests that a team is getting. Here's a chance for Croatia. Perisic. Oh, he scored! Croatia lead! They've got the goal, and it's Ivan Perisic who finally makes the breakthrough. Well, Croatia, they had to do so much defending in this game. They have started the second half with an electric start to this second period, and they've got the goal. It's Perisic on that left-hand side, unmarked, and with a finish, and that's right, Xander. Boom from Perisic. Boom, boom, boom. He's got the goal, and he's got Croatia in front, and Croatia lead early in this second half. As we were just saying, both teams, it feels like they're cancelling each other out. Wow, wow, wow. So they got numbers in the box there, Croatia. They were forced back. The cross was whipped in, and it fell for Perisic, who had to find. He had a lot of work to do there, Ivan Perisic, but did so well to find the finish there. It's a good goal, and Croatia lead. What a big moment in this game. G'day to you, Sam. Says, nice to see you again, Mr. Lockie. Mr. Sam, good to see you too, bro. Thanks for jumping in here this morning. Perisic, he has just found the back of the net for Croatia. It is 1-0. Wow. So again, I was getting a little bit worried. I was like, this has got a 0-0 vibe about it. We might be here for a long time. We might be destined for a penalty shootout. Well, this is huge. Croatia have made the breakthrough after it was Portugal who, so far this game, have been dominating a lot of the play, a lot of the ball. They've had a lot of shots, but struggling to find the target. Portugal so far. And Croatia, they have really made a bright start to the second half, and they have the goal to reward this good start. Xander in the live chat says, Perisic, the definition of grandpa, still got it. Swear he's been 34 for 10 years. How old is he? He'd be like his mid-30s or something. But yeah, he's been playing at such a high level for a long time now. He's a good player, Perisic. He's played at some top clubs in world football, Ivan Perisic, and he stepped up with a massive goal in this game. Xander also says could still be destined for a penalty shootout. That's right, we still could, of course. Portugal will need to start hitting harder now. Yep, Portugal, well, they need to elevate. In that first half, they had most of the ball. They were creating chances, but not enough quality chances. They weren't finding the target. And that's the only thing that's missing here for Portugal. They've been good, but this is it now. Cristiano Ronaldo, who's leading the line for Portugal. Got to try and get him more involved in the game. Oh, that's a good ball. Here's a chance again. Croatia down the right. Dude, if they find a second, this is going to completely flip the game on its head. They're in behind down the right. Is it onside? Oh, it's in! No, the flag is up. The ball is in, but the flag is up. Oh my goodness, incredible scenes. That's right, ASMR drinks in the live chat. Second goal, but offside. The ball was in the back of the net. And yep, correct call. Certainly offside there, very clearly. Good play though by Croatia. But again, this is really concerning for Portugal. They're just collapsing in the back all of a sudden. Portugal have to sort this out. There's a sense of panic in this Portugal team now. They're playing with a little bit more urgency. I think conceding that goal has sort of sprung them into action a little bit. They've got just over half an hour to try and turn things around and to try and find the goal. All right, what are we saying here in the live chat? Sam, another member of the channel here, Sam. Good to see you here this morning. Says, if I'm being honest, it may be bad, but I don't think Ronaldo should have started this World Cup, but I think the manager would have been exiled if he didn't, because I don't know. I don't think he's been that great, says Sam. I mean, it's an interesting one. Cristiano Ronaldo, here comes Rafael. Oh my gosh, off the post. Chance again. Spectacular effort from Rafael Leao. His strike has just clattered against the woodwork. Portugal so close. It is a big discussion around Cristiano Ronaldo. He's starting once again today. We just haven't seen him too involved today just yet. Xander also says Ronaldo is dropping back a lot too much, I feel. They've got such great talent to find Ronaldo. He needs to be that target man, not playmaker. And yeah, it's all about what role he plays. I mean, he is playing as that central striker, but we do see him drop back occasionally, Cristiano Ronaldo, to get involved in the play. But yeah, when you've got the likes of Vitinha, of João Neves, of Bruno Fernandes, fantastic playmaker, these guys can find Ronaldo. Croatia on the attack once again. They've got it in the box, and the shot is well saved by Costa, and it was Sucic who wasn't too far away from finding goal number 2. Wow. Wow, dude. So Rafael Leao a moment ago just hitting the woodwork with a spectacular long-range effort. And Croatia, well, they have been certainly the better side of their second half. They've had chance after chance, and they have the lead, and they are looking like they want more. This is a great game, says Rhonda and Tony. I mean, we had a feeling it would be, and it's turning up pretty well indeed. It's been a very entertaining match. Headed forward, still on for Croatia from this corner. Portugal just trying to get it clear now, and they've got the free kick. Yellow card, too, for that foul. Wow. Electric game so far, indeed. All right. Xander says, in that game against Uzbekistan, he was making runs in behind more than not. Xander also says this first half felt like he was more of a false 9. And Xander also saying probably a credit to Croatia's defence, though. That's true. Croatia have been defending very well so far. They've limited Portugal to just, they've only had maybe 1 or 2 shots actually on target. And Croatia haven't allowed them through. So Luka Modric picked up a yellow card there a moment ago for that foul. It looks like Portugal are preparing numerous substitutions on the sideline right now as we speak, as they look to try and find a foothold back in this game. Star Reason writes, asking the big question there, Messi or Ronaldo? I acknowledge that both players are absolute legends, have had fantastic careers, some of the best players of all time. And as I've said that, Ronaldo's just scored a goal. Or is it offside? Oh my goodness, dude. So much drama in this game, disallowed goals. This game's had everything. Ronaldo's put the ball in the back of the net. Really nice finish. But the flag is up. Replays. Oh, this is close. Oh, he might be on. Oh, this is so close. This might be on. What do you guys think? Is that onside? It's so close. Get the lines. Get the protractors. Get the set squares. What do you call them? It's been a long time since high school math class, but get those tools out. It's time to draw some lines. Because Ronaldo may have well just equalised here. VAR. VAR check of the goal is happening right now as we speak. The check is over. No goal. I would love to see the lines on that one. Wow. So close indeed, Xander. What a big moment in this game. Are they still checking? On the broadcast, they said check over. It said VAR check over. That's right. As Xander says, show me the lines, SBS. Paul Ronaldo says star as Portugal. Well, they are wasting no time here. They're making a triple change as we've just passed the hour mark. Tarnley says he looked onside to me. I thought it looked very close. Hey, I thought he might have been in line. So, big changes on the way for Portugal. Is this a quadruple change? Oh my gosh. Vitinha's off. Bernardo Silva is on. Fantastic player to be bringing on here, Bernardo Silva. Some more changes here. Changes all across the park here for Portugal. They're making some big moves here as they look to try and get back into this game. So, they are showing us the lines of this offside call. And Cristiano Ronaldo is just offside. Half of his head, his shoulder, they've got that slither of his body just ahead of the last defender. The final decision is offside and no goal. Xander said it's only been 15 minutes. Whoa, it feels like it's been 3 minutes and an hour at the same time. I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean, eh? Oh, wow. Xander saying, why do I think it's a quintuple change? I mean, yeah, it's hard to keep track of all the substitutions for Portugal there, but they've made numerous substitutions. I did see Bernardo Silva come on there. A number of other players came on, so we'll keep it on the broadcast in regards to who is actually on and off the field for Portugal, but they've made big changes here. Portugal have, with added time, probably half an hour remaining. Roughly half an hour remaining to get a goal. Nuno Mendes delivery from the corner. Good delivery too. It's wide. It's wide. It's close again though. Portugal once again not unable to find the target. It's Rafael Leal who maybe got the final contact. Rafael Leal has been so involved today. He hit the woodwork a few moments ago. Ooh, tell you what, there was some strong contact on Renato Vega. I wonder if VAR's just having a look at that because there was some contact on the attacker there. The replays didn't look good, did they? I wonder if VAR's just having a look at this. No? Okay. It looked like there was some contact in the box. Playing on. 2 offside goals, that's right. Oscar, I appreciate that, Oscar. Oscar says your channel is so good. I've been watching for ages. Appreciate that, man. Really appreciate you hanging out on the channel here. Again, it's always great to chat with you guys in the live chat as we've been enjoying this World Cup round of 32 match. It's Portugal 0, Croatia 1. And I think they are just having a look at this. Dude, there's contact. That's really risky play from the defender. The VAR check is happening. Here we go. Possible penalty. Referee's taking a look at the screen. VAR check as we speak. I mean, I was lost there too, Xander. I wasn't sure what was happening with VAR, but they're finally having a check. It's not a hydration break. It's the check. So, Renato Vega dragged down in the box. You can see the contact there. Referee's taking a look at it right now as we speak. What do you guys think? Penalty or no penalty? Rondo and Tony says that should be a penalty, but happy it's not. What will be the final decision? Newey Jet says pen. Star says pen. Here we go. Referee making the announcement. This is a huge moment in this round of 32 contest. Huge moment for Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal. The decision is penalty. It's given. Portugal will have a spot kick. Xander wants it to be a pen, and it is. Tarnley says pen. They've got it. I think it's the correct call. It's really risky making that contact in the box. You can see the defender with two hands on Renato Vega there. And you would surely think that this is the moment for Cristiano Ronaldo. He's got the ball in his hands. He's standing over the penalty spot. Livakovic in goals for Croatia. Huge moment for Croatia's goalkeeper here. But Cristiano Ronaldo. They've shown his last 5 penalties for club and country. He scored 4 and he has missed 1. Cristiano Ronaldo. This is his moment. This is his stage. To keep Portugal alive at the 2026 World Cup. Cristiano Ronaldo running up to this penalty, striking it and levelling this game for Portugal. It's 1-1. Was he ever going to miss? He is inevitable. Cristiano Ronaldo on the big stage scoring, and it is 1-1. We are back level in this game. We knew that this was going to be a big match. We knew that it was going to be a tightly contested game, and the Portugal fans in Toronto are ecstatic. Their hero has just leveled this game. What a huge moment in this second half here. Wow, 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 wow. Incredible. It could go to pens now, Star. It could. We are back level, so extra time could be on the way. Still plenty of time to go in regular time, though. We should have, I think, at least half an hour to go, because there will be a fair chunk of stoppage time. Alrighty. Oscar says you should do a vlog or 2 for the Central Coast Cup. What else are we saying here as well? Xander's happy about it. Xander says this game reeks of 2-1 either way. Late winner in the 85th-ish minute. It would be scenes, wouldn't it? It would be scenes. We have seen some very dramatic round of 32 contests so far. Of course, Belgium-Senegal yesterday was dramatic. A 3-2 win in the end for Belgium, but of course Senegal were leading that game 2-0. How will this game play out from here? Nobody knows. It's the beauty of football, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got the hydration break, so we can take a breather. How do you feel about this game so far? What's your prediction from here? Let me know in the live chat. Get in there right now. Let me know. What's happening from this game? Who is winning? Is it going to extra time? Is it going to penalties? I think we're going to extra time. And I think Portugal is still going to win. I think that goal's huge. Look, Croatia made a great start to this second half, man. They've been good. They've got the goal. Perisic, great strike. But I think that goal there from the penalty from Ronaldo, that is going to just give... It's going to give Portugal such a boost, I think, now. So much energy. Alrighty. Xander saying that Senegal-Belgium game was cinema. Says never a pen in the 120th minute, by the way. I was fuming, wanted pen so bad. I agree with you, Xander. I didn't think it was a pen in that Belgium-Senegal game at the end. I think a lot of people feel the same way. Xander, I appreciate the compliment. Xander says, I love the energy, Lockie. You got to replace Simon Hill on the A-League comms. He's been on too long now, or I assume you've been gone too long now. Of course, Simon Hill. We were without him last season in the A-League. I did say 1-1 in pens. It's looking likely, says Elijah. Yeah, we're on track for that, man. We're on track for that, Elijah. So we could be on the way to a 1-1 scoreline and a penalty shootout. As Ronda Tony says, Portugal and Spain coming up. Of course, the winner of this game goes through to play Spain. And how about that? I mean, it could be Portugal versus Spain. Two neighbours there, of course. Neighbouring countries could be facing off in the round of 16. I appreciate the compliment, Xander. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us for this live watch along. Portugal, Spain. Could be the round of 16 match on the way. But Croatia, they are not done, of course, as well. They took the lead earlier on in the second half. Can they bounce back after conceding that penalty goal? Xander says, didn't enjoy the commentary last season without him. He's a legendary commentator, Simon Hill. He's the voice of so many iconic moments in the A-League, that's for sure. That's for sure. So, big final, at least 20 minutes coming up. We should have a fair chunk of added time, of course, with these VAR checks. Xander says, I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks it, but the A-League commentators last year felt so negative all the time. They had no energy, just nitpicked the team, says Xander. I don't mind him. I mean, it's great having Simon Hill, and I think we did miss him, but I think there's some good commentators. Robbie's obviously a great commentator. Ben Homer was on a lot of games last season. I do like him as well. So there are some good commentators, I think, still in the A-League. But fair enough. I know there's some mixed opinions on the commentary teams in the A-League. But, yeah, man. Perisic, long throw on the way for Croatia. So the drinks break has concluded. The throw's all right too. Diogo Costa through to claim this one as well. Who will pull through in the end? Change for Croatia. Baturina has departed the field. And Marko Pasalic is on to replace him. So fresh legs there for Croatia. Oh boy. Sam says, maybe it's just because I'm a Sydney FC fan. And deep down, most commentators, other than Broski, aren't fans of us. Yeah, of course. Alex Broski is always going to back Sydney FC, isn't he? I don't mind Alex Brosk and his commentary. He's usually on the panels, isn't he? He's usually on the couch pre-game and half-time, isn't he? Alex Brosk. I don't mind his insight. Got some great insight, Alex Brosk. Sydney FC legend. So, anything can happen from here, folks. It is 73 minutes played in this game. It's Portugal 1, Croatia 1. This has been a thoroughly entertaining game so far. Thanks for joining us, everyone. If you haven't done so already, you can hit the like button. And you can also consider sending in a super chat to support the channel. Or jump on the membership. Shout out to Xander, who earlier jumped on the memberships. Level 2 memberships get you access to members-only live streams and videos. We've also got Tarnley joining us today. Sam as well, members of the channel. Great to see everyone in the live chat joining the conversation as we are watching this contest. That's right, yeah, Xander says, good bloke on the panels. Yes, sir, we love having him. Pitch side at Allianz. Also says, usually comes and gets involved with the Cove. Love to hear that, man. That's great to hear. He's obviously he is a Sydney FC legend, isn't he, Alex Brosk? Absolutely. Rafael Leao trying to break down the left, but it's good defending in the end. Croatia have been really good defensively this game. They conceded from the penalty spot. Both sides have been very good at the back. Defensively, very, very strong. But it is 1-1. Croatia looking to spring forward on the counter. Perisic with a good run down the left. He's been good. He's got the goal today, Perisic. But his energy and his work rate on that left side has been superb. Still they come forward, Croatia. Good run. Oh, the strike is not bad. Is it off the post? Still on. Cross comes in. It's Kovacic. Oh, so close. Wow, spectacular chances for Croatia. And it's Mateo Kovacic who is not too far away. Great run. It was a great run initially, and the shot, that definitely hit the post, didn't it? Was it Kovacic both times? It was. So Kovacic with that shot. Oh, dude, what a save. I didn't realise. But that was a fantastic double save from Diogo Costa. He actually tipped it onto the post. And then the follow-up save to tip it over the bar. Fantastic goalkeeping from Portugal's goalkeeper, Diogo Costa. So Modric with the corner kick. Deep delivery, and the header goes wide. Great chances for Croatia. Xander says, looked it up too. Perisic is 37. I'm convinced he turned 37 3 years ago. 37, there you go. An absolute legend. Ball comes in for Croatia. Oh, here's a great chance. Yeah, have it in the box. Can they get the shot away? Good save again. Costa for Croatia is stepping up big here in this game. JGs. I'm not familiar with JGs, Oscar. I might have to check him out. Appreciate the suggestion, but I'm not familiar with him. I'll have to check him out. Xander says this has been the World Cup of keepers. Everyone wants moves. Dude, there's been some incredible goalkeeping performances, hasn't there? This tournament has been great. Croatia building from the corner. Modric, blocked cross, throw in. Yes, that's right. Diogo Costa with Porto at the moment. Portugal's goalkeeper, indeed. He's had a great game so far. He's come up with some big saves. So, Stanisic goes for the short throw. Sucic back for Modric, and Croatia have got numbers forward here. Let's see what they can create from this position. Portugal, their turn to do some defending now as Croatia are looking to regain the advantage. Stanisic, it's a good delivery. Bouncing around, and finally Portugal get it away. So, Cristiano Ronaldo still playing as that central striker. He's really the only player who's staying forward for Portugal when Portugal are defending. But as I say that, Cristiano Ronaldo is now dropping back as Portugal really having to defend here. Perisic on the left, crossing in. Deliveries deep, away by Mendes. Rafael Leao, back for Mendes, and he just hacks it clear. Croatia seem to be in control at the moment, folks. Could they regain their lead? Ooh, space on the left for Croatia. Let's see what they can do here. Perisic has had a phenomenal game. It's a good cross too. That's a crucial header from Renato Vega. Just flicked it on there. These are big moments coming up here at the end of regular time, folks. Really, really big moments. Xander says, got a feel for Congo and Austria's keepers too. Both had great performances in their knockout games, but obviously out so hard to remember it. Yeah, man, there's some top goalkeeping performances. Of course, Curacao as well. They are out, but Curacao, Elo Room had that great performance in the group stage as well. It was against Ecuador, wasn't it, Curacao? Portugal preparing another change. Ruben Neves is set to come on. We will be live tomorrow for Australia versus Egypt, so make sure to join us for that one. That is our next live watch along, and then we'll have some live watch alongs for the round of 16 next week, folks. So best way to make sure you keep up to date to the live streams is to be subscribed to the channel. So make sure you jump on if you're keen. But I would love for you to join us for tomorrow's live stream because Australia-Egypt is going to be great. We are looking forward to that one, of course. Round of 32 for Australia. Oh, here's a great ball. Croatia in behind. Oh, it's in. Croatia have the ball in the back of the net, and it's Sucic. But is it disallowed? It is. The offside flag is up. Sucic, the run. Was it a bit too early? Oh, it was close. But he does look just offside there. Another disallowed goal, folks. The ball's been in the back of the net on a number of occasions, but only 2 goals have counted so far. Substitution for Portugal. Dude, is Ronaldo coming off? Wow. Cristiano Ronaldo. He doesn't look happy. He doesn't look happy. Cristiano Ronaldo is leaving the field of play And this is a defensive move. Ruben Neves is coming on. Ruben Neves, a midfielder. Cristiano Ronaldo is off. He scored the goal for Portugal. And, I mean, you'd think he's disappointed. He looks disappointed. That is a huge call, eh? Newey Jets says game has opened right up. I can see a late winner, just not sure who for. Yeah, dude, that is what's making this game so exciting to watch. It feels like at any moment someone could spring forward and score. There's so much attacking quality on both sides. Croatia have been looking likely in the last few minutes, but Portugal could go for it at any moment. But that is a big call in this game, folks. Cristiano Ronaldo playing 80 minutes in this game and substituted off. So if this game does indeed go to penalty shootout, Cristiano Ronaldo will not be there for it. He'll be on the sideline. Ronda Tony says this is very different than last year's Club World Cup. Says Storm's heatwave conditions made for such slow play. Nelson Semedo is also on the field. He's another one of those substitutes that came on earlier. So, Portugal, the ball's come forward favourably for them. Bit of a tumble there from Ramos, the striker for Portugal, who's also come off the bench. Star says, I'd love for it to go to penalties, but I don't know if it'll go goalless for that long. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends 2-2. I could see both teams grabbing goals in extra time and maybe a 2-2 situation. But this is just, it's so unpredictable. We don't know what's going to happen from here. It feels like anything can happen. 83 minutes. We should have a pretty solid chunk of added time as well, of injury time at the end of this half. VAR checks, disallowed goals. So I feel like we're going to have, I reckon, at least 7 minutes added on. But we are maybe heading for extra time here, folks. They're showing the lines of that offside call earlier. Sucic thought he had this Croatia's second goal, but as we can see, he was offside, just making that run a little bit too early. Nelson Semedo under enormous pressure here, trying to clear it away, and Portugal do well to maintain the ball. Nuno Mendes can make a sprint down the left wing. He's got Rafael Leao ahead of him. Nuno Mendes coming inside. This is a great run from the left back. Rafael Leao has it in a wide position. Crossing it in. Just over the head of the attacker at the far post. Portugal. They really haven't created enough quality attacking opportunities. Well, the shots on target, that's really what's lacking in this game for Portugal. Oscar, it's a big question. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts been on Pat Beach starting over Matt Ryan? Well, look, it's worked out in the end, hasn't it? When it was announced in that first group stage game that Pat Beach was starting, I was surprised, as was everyone. It was a big risk, but Pat Beach has been very solid. He hasn't really put a foot wrong. I think Pat Beach has been very, very good, and I expect Beach to start tomorrow for Australia as well. Patrick Beach, he's had a good couple seasons with Melbourne City. He's been one of the top goalkeepers in the A-League for a few years now, but it was good to see him called up to the World Cup squad, but I don't think we were expecting him to actually play in this tournament, but he has started all 3 group stage games and could well start tomorrow against Egypt as well. I think he will. But isn't it great that we've got 2 other fantastic goalkeepers on the bench, in Matty Ryan and Paul Izzo. Portugal in behind, down the right. They're in the box. Cross blocked. Corner on the way. Join us tomorrow, folks. live stream for Australia versus Egypt, the Watchalong. Would love for you to hang out with us for that one. Set piece opportunity late in the second half. Portugal, they won a penalty. There was a foul when Portugal had a corner earlier in this half. They were awarded a penalty after a foul in the box. So let's see what happens here. In swinging delivery. The delivery is good too, and it's not far away again. And Renato Vega again involved, but couldn't direct the header on target. Oh, another great opportunity, but again, Vega got up to it first. He got up the highest and just couldn't get it on target, but another great chance for Portugal. Minutes are ticking by. I reckon we'll have 7 minutes added on. That's my prediction at this stage. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than that. I reckon minimum 7 minutes added on here. That's VAR check for the penalty was probably the biggest stoppage as well, as obviously aside from the hydration break. So Croatia with a patient build up from the back. This has been a good performance from Croatia. I think in the first half, they were really limited with their chances getting forward. But in the second half, the way they started this second half was superb. And they deserved to get the lead. They've been a whole lot better in the second half. Sucic, he crosses in. Good chance. Oh, so close. Oh, so close. Pasalic at the far post, just wide. Oh, what a chance. Sucic with the delivery. It was, dude, what a cross too. That's like perfect. Pasalic gets there. Oh my gosh, just needing to get that on target, dude. The cross was perfect. The header just needed to match it. And Pasalic did well to get there. He just, again, couldn't keep it on target. So, great chances for both teams late on here. Neither side able to find the target. Dude. G'day, Scotty. Scotty says Croatia should be ahead in this game. I think it's going to haunt them, I think. They've had some great chances now, man. Even though Portugal probably now have had more shots overall, Croatia, in my opinion, have had the better quality chances. They've looked more likely. They've forced some good saves out of Diogo Costa. Kovacic came so close earlier with 2 shots at goal in quick succession. So Portugal's goalkeeper, Diogo Costa, has been a crucial player in this game. I reckon we'll see at least 7 minutes added on here at the end. Extra time may well be on the cards here, folks. Really appreciate you joining us for this one. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already. We've got more live watch-alongs coming up throughout this tournament as Portugal are building here. Croatia, they've got numbers behind the ball. They are sitting deep. Rafael Leao, it's 10 minutes. 10 minutes added on. Wow. So Rafael Leao on the left side. He's been very good today, Rafael Leao on that left wing. Hit the woodwork earlier as well. Cross floated in. It's gone out of play. That's a corner. That's a corner. It's off Stanisic, so corner. So still a lot of football to be played at the end of the second half. 10 minutes total added on, so anything can still happen. Plenty of time. Corner on the way. Portugal, can they make the breakthrough? Can they take the lead for the first time in this game late on? The delivery's all right. Again, I reckon they got ahead to it, and again, it's wide. It may well have been Ruben Dias on this occasion, whose header has been flicked wide of the target across the face of goal. Croatia making another change here. Gvardiol coming on in the final moments to replace Vlasic. That's a defensive move there for Croatia. I wonder if that might mean that Perisic perhaps will move a little bit further up the field. Gvardiol perhaps to go to left back. Rhonda and Tony says, this game is making me even more nervous for our game tomorrow. It certainly has been a nervy watch. It's been a tightly contested match. It's 1-1. And folks, we may be sticking around for another half an hour or so, because it is still all square. Elijah says, if we score early tomorrow, you're going to wake the whole neighborhood up. That's right, yeah. That's right. I mean, hey, you would hope that everyone in Australia is going to be awake at 4 o'clock in the morning to watch the Socceroos at the World Cup. But yeah, man, it's we're obviously going to celebrate if a goal goes in for Australia, but while trying not to wake up the neighbours, perhaps. Croatia trying to get something going forward, but they're having to do a lot of defending here in injury time. Portugal on the ball, on the attack. Oh boy. Elijah says, if we go to Pens tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to watch. Dude. Rafael Leao. Yeah, man, that would be so nervy, dude. That would be so nervy. Knockout stage penalty shootout. It could happen too. It could happen. Like there's a chance that both teams tomorrow really cancel each other out, Australia and Egypt. It could be a real defensive display for both teams. Okay. Scotty also says, I won't get any sleep tonight. My son's got his game at 10 a.m. Too, so it's going to be a long day. Salah's going to start, I reckon, says Scotty, as it's in! Crawl! Portugal score! Ramos has scored! Portugal score in injury time. It's 2-1. Incredible scenes in Toronto. He's done it. That's right, Elijah. It's devastation for Croatia, and Portugal lead 2-1 with minutes remaining. Oh my goodness. It's Ramos. Ramos has come off the bench to put Portugal in front. Rafael Leao had it on that left-hand side, and what a delivery it was, and what a fantastic header. Rafael Leao with the assist. He's had a fantastic game. He's been great all day, and that's a fantastic header. That is a superb header because he was under pressure there. 2 players alongside him. He was in between 2 defenders and still found the back of the net. That's right, Valhoon. It's Ramos who has stepped up for Portugal, and they have scored late here. Devastation for Croatia, and it is elation for Portugal. Scotty says Croatia aren't done. They've repeatedly got him behind Portugal. Still time. Valhoon says one legend retires today. It is 2-1 to Portugal. Ramos puts Portugal in front for the first time. For the first time in this game. So, there is still 5 minutes remaining in injury time. Still time. Croatia have to send everything forward now. They're going to make a substitution. Kovacic has had a great game. He's coming off. And they're bringing on experienced striker. It's Kramaric who's on for Croatia as they look to throw everything forward to try and find this equaliser, to keep their World Cup dream alive. As Steve says, it does seem that Portugal's dream will continue unless Portugal can find a goal in the next 4 minutes. Ooh, Elijah, that is a big call. Genuinely would not be surprised if we go to pens and Paul Izzo comes on. That'd be interesting. Paul Izzo does have big penalty shootout experience. We remember that elimination final in the A-League Melbourne victory against Melbourne City a few years back. He was incredible in that penalty shootout, so maybe. Or maybe Matty Ryan. Minutes ticking by. Sucic sends it out to the left. Everyone back to Portugal. Ball comes in for Croatia. Far post. Oh, header looks good, but it's headed away by the defence. And cleared away. Croatia come again. Nuno Mendes just sends it high and long. Portugal, could they get a chance to break away here? Oh, geez, pressure coming from Croatia. Portugal just doing their best to try and maintain possession. The minutes are ticking by. Portugal are so close now. This has been a roller coaster of a game. Croatia with the lead. Portugal equalised from the penalty spot through Cristiano Ronaldo, and late on here, Ramos scoring to make it 2-1. Wow. Oscar, I am a Tottenham Hotspur fan in the English Premier League. Good to see two teams wanting to win, not taking the penalties, says Scotty. Yeah. Yeah, it's great to see two teams going for it here. And Croatia, I mean, it's all on them now. They have to score. This is it. I mean, we're wondering whether we're going to be destined for extra time or penalties. Well, we only have a few minutes to go. Yellow card for Ivan Perisic, who has been sensational for Croatia today. Scored the goal for them. So, 10 minutes total added on. 2 to go, but of course we had the goal, so there may well be another minute or two added on. Croatia have it on the left. Cross is blocked. Corner. Corner for Croatia. So, set piece opportunity. It's probably, I mean, I wonder if you send the goalkeeper up at this stage. Probably not just yet, because there probably still is a few minutes to go. Modric in swinger. Oh, dude, it's bouncing around. Oh, there's a... Oh, is it a... What is it, goal kick? What is it? I thought the referee pointed to the penalty spot. There's some commotion in the box. It's a goal kick. It's a goal kick, but there was some appeals from Croatia there. I wonder if there was maybe a handball somewhere in there. That's right, Scotty. I get it a lot. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I thought they signaled penalty as well. Hey, so that's right. As Valhoon says, it'll at this stage it's going to be Portugal versus Spain on Tuesday morning at this stage. Unless Croatia can keep themselves alive with the goal late on here. Seconds ticking by. They've got to get it forward. They're just knocking it around the back. What are they doing? They're going to go long. Finally, they send it long. They can't afford to waste any time, Croatia. Modric has it in the middle. Looking to go down the left, perhaps, Croatia. Portugal desperately defending. Here's a chance. This is it now. We are past the 10 minutes. Who knows how long more will be played. Oh, Modric, has he kept it in? No, goal kick. Well, look, we had the goal. We had the goal in injury time. So play was halted for a couple minutes there, and there was a substitution. So that was probably maybe 2 minutes where the game wasn't even being played. So we might have a couple more minutes added on here. Scotty says that's Modric's last touch in the World Cup. Maybe. Maybe. Here we go, folks. It's all or nothing for Croatia. Full-time whistle set to sound at any point, at any moment. It's going to take a miracle now for Croatia. What a game this has been. Join us live tomorrow for Australia versus Egypt. Live. Watch along for that one coming up. Portugal are in the box. Oh, it's a shot. It's wide. Make sure to hit that like button if you guys have enjoyed the watch along. And consider checking out the memberships as well. We've just recently launched channel memberships. Shout out to Xander joining the memberships today. Maybe one last attack. Portugal defending here. Croatia down the left. And it's Diogo Costa who claims that cross. It's heartbreak for Croatia. They had the lead early in this second half. They made a great start to this second half after so much defending. And Portugal have rallied together here. Cristiano Ronaldo scoring from the penalty spot. And Ramos has stepped up with a crucial goal at the very, very end in injury time to give the lead to Portugal. We have passed 12 minutes now and we are still playing on. There is no whistle just yet. Here comes a cross. Oh, it's flicked on. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's in. Oh, they've actually scored. Oh. They've actually scored. It's 2-2. Oh my goodness. Oh, only football can provide drama like this. Croatia have scored in the 103rd minute. Oh my gosh. Just when they look done and dusted, Croatia have equalised at the absolute death of the game. Incredible. Wow. Tan Lee says best World Cup game for me. Insane. Is this... Oh, no. Is it offside? He's offside, isn't he? Oh, no. It's come off Vega, so he's on, right? Pasalic with a touch. And Gvardiol has scored. Oh, my goodness. Is it an own goal? Did it even come off Neves? Oh, my goodness. The most incredible drama. And we may well have more football on the way. But there is perhaps some confusion because Pasalic looked offside there. But it came off the back of Vega. It looks like the goal is standing. This is incredible drama. But the referee is going to make a VAR check. The biggest VAR check that we have seen ever. It is flicked on and Pasalic is offside. But the ball comes off the back of Renato Vega. But did it touch the Croatian player? I think that's what they're trying to determine. Because this may well be ruled out. Oh my gosh. 7-Eleven Pure Spring Water says, wow, had to stop working so I could leave a comment. What a game. Been listening to your stream all morning and yesterday. Hey, 7-Eleven, appreciate that, man. Thanks for jumping in the live chat and I appreciate you checking out the streams and glad we can bring you some coverage. The VAR decision. Here we go. No goal! Portugal go through. Croatia are out. Oh my word. The most remarkable finish to a football game you will see. Croatian players are in tears. Has the whistle gone? Oh my goodness. This is incredible. This is actually incredible. This is one of the most remarkable finishes to a football game I've ever seen. I mean, we have to keep playing, right? There's probably maybe a few seconds left of football to go. So the ball came in, and look, I think the call was correct there. The ball's flicked on, and Pasalic is offside. Pasalic is offside. I mean, I don't think you can complain with the call. Tarnley says it's so cruel. Oh my gosh. I mean, what? Just the emotions for both teams. Croatia was celebrating. Portugal were devastated, and now it's been completely flipped once again. Wow, wow, wow. Folks, really appreciate you guys joining us here for what has been one of the most remarkable football games we are witnessing ever. Just the caliber of players on the field, the drama that we are witnessing. Everyone's on their feet. The benches are on their feet. This is just insanity. It's crazy indeed, Nui Jets. Play still hasn't been resumed. I'm not sure why. I mean, folks, if you're tuning in right now, you might think we're in extra time. We are still in second half stoppage time. We're about to head into the 17th, we are in the 17th minute now of stoppage time. Make sure to join us tomorrow. We are doing the live watch along for Australia, Egypt, the big one. We'd love to see every one of you there for it. Oh my goodness. So, play finally going to get back underway. I mean, who knows how long it's going to be added on? I mean, the full-time whistle was about to blow when the ball went in the back of the net. Again, I don't think you can complain with the call. Steve says it's one of the most dramatic moments in football. But I really don't think you can complain with that call. It was offside. Pasalic was in an offside position. It's 2-1. They're showing us, again, more replays of that disallowed goal. And as you can see, Pasalic is well and truly offside, so there's no complaining that. It's just a matter of whether the Croatian player got a touch on, and then I think it did come off a Portugal player, but he didn't necessarily play at it, right? Which means it's still offside. So it was flicked on. They're showing the replays. There was a flick on. Are they looking for something else, are they? It came off Renato Vega, but Renato Vega had ducked. I don't know, man. I don't know about you guys. I'm happy with the decision. As Scotty says, got a feel for Croatia there. That hurts. Dude, it was absolute devastation. So play finally back underway. We are in the 19th minute of stoppage time, astonishingly. Croatia just have to send it long. Oh my gosh, this game has had everything. This has been incredible. We knew this game was going to be good. We knew it was going to have drama. We didn't realize it was going to have this level of drama. This has been absolute cinema. It's done. It's done. Portugal through. Croatia out. The most remarkable finish to a World Cup game we have ever seen. Just absolute drama. Pure chaos. And it is done. Luka Modric and Croatia, their journey ends in the round of 32. They were celebrating moments ago when they thought they equalised. Portugal, their dream is alive. Perisic with the goal for Croatia. Ronaldo scores from the penalty spot to equalise. And in stoppage time, Ramos with a goal for Portugal. Croatia thought they dramatically equalised. The goal disallowed in the end due to offside. Wow, indeed, Nui Jets. Holy moly, says Star. Oh my gosh. As Michael G in the live chat says, need to look at the fine print on the offside rule. I mean, yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think the offside was the right call there? Incredible. Star, I mean, that's right, Star. There were 4 disallowed goals. The ball was in the back of the net a lot in that game. As on the broadcast as we speak, Cristiano Ronaldo and Luka Modric have embraced each other here. 2 players who were former teammates at Real Madrid. But Luka Modric, the journey ends here for him and with Croatia as well, of course. Captain of this Croatia team. Credit to Croatia, man. They were so good in this game. They had to do a lot of defending in that first half, but they rallied really well in that second half, and they started really brightly in that second period, scoring that goal through Perisic. But Portugal rallying to find those goals. Of course, the penalty goal and then Ramos late on. Incredible, dude. Incredible. Wow. So Jackson in the live chat says, if you are intentionally avoiding the ball, yet make contact, you made a deliberate decision. Yeah, I mean, do you reckon he was ducking to avoid the ball? Because, yeah, Renato Vega, he's definitely, like, leaning over, ducking. He was, like, lowering his head. Was he trying to get, like, a header on it? Or you reckon he was trying to avoid the ball? We're going to be obviously dissecting the replays for many hours and days to come. This is going to go down as one of the games, the most historic games of this tournament, man. Absolutely astonishing drama, man. Absolutely astonishing. We've had some crazy games at this tournament, man. And this one's right up there in the history of World Cup tournaments. Absolutely astonishing. LC14, crazy game indeed. Wonder why it went on for 19 minutes extra, though. That's right. I mean, there was so much that injury time just wasn't even played. So it kept going on and on. There were 10 minutes added on originally, and we went all the way to 109. So incredible. Jackson says it means he knows the consequences of contact. It's a huge call, isn't it? I mean, I tell you what, if the goal was awarded, if the goal stood still, then there probably would have been even more outrage from Portugal if it was awarded. So, and anyway, it ends. It's Portugal 2. It's Croatia 1. What a game we have witnessed here. Steve says this round of 32 is something special. Absolutely. It's been dramatic today. Spain 3, Austria 0, and in this game, Portugal 2, Croatia 1. So Portugal versus Spain, excuse me. Portugal versus Spain in the round of 16 next week. Incredible. Portugal, Spain, round of 16 next week. What a game that'll be. What a game that will be. Another game on later today, Switzerland play Algeria. And folks, I would love for you to join us tomorrow for our live watch-along of Australia versus Egypt. The big one for the Socceroos. We can't wait. We can't wait, man. It is a hard call, regardless, indeed. It's a dramatic call, and just for in the context of this game, man. Xander says, bro, what a finish, man. What a finish. Just astonishing. Just the mixture of emotions for the teams. Croatia celebrating, thinking they had equalised at the end, and Portugal just utter shock and devastation seeing that equaliser go in. And then Portugal celebrating when the goal was ruled out. And there were tears on the faces of the Croatia players as the goal was ruled out. Just incredible. Jason says, what a match, not going to lie. Absolutely incredible, wasn't it, Jason? Xander says, I'm sorry I was so quiet. I genuinely couldn't take my eyes off that last 20 minutes. All good, man. It was crazy, wasn't it? Absolutely crazy. Xander says, Croatia went from sad tears to happy tears, back to distraught tears. Yeah, dude, man. Ugh, Croatia. Dude, you get a feel for them there. You really do, because that's just the most incredible finish. And they obviously just going to be so heartbroken right now, dude. So heartbroken. Jason says, I think for the benefit of the neutral, Portugal versus Spain is going to be a cracker of a fixture, but poor Croatia. Surprised it wasn't called for Diaz. My science class went crazy for it. There you go. Science class, watching the World Cup. Love it. Hope you get some sleep, Lockie. Thanks, Valhoon. I hope you guys get some sleep as well, of course. The Australia-Egypt game is kicking off at 4 a.m. tomorrow, Australian Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully everyone in Australia gets a nice early night tonight, get some sleep, because it's an early start tomorrow. A chilly one as well, of course. I'm sure it'll be a very cold winter morning here to watch the World Cup round of 32 game between Australia and Egypt. But we will be doing a live watch-along. So I'd love for you to be in the live chat for that one, because this is it for Australia. Knockout stage football. Australia has the opportunity to win their first ever knockout stage game tomorrow. Oh my gosh, we've got a couple of big games coming up tomorrow after that as well. Argentina play Cape Verde, and then we've got Colombia playing Ghana. So big games on tomorrow. And then after that, the round of 16 is coming up. We're going to have a bunch of live watch-alongs for the round of 16 next week as well. So stay subscribed so you see when I schedule them, you'll see me schedule them in advance. So you'll see next when we're going live. But our next live is less than 24 hours, man, for Australia versus Egypt. Before you head out, guys, make sure you hit the like button and stay subscribed so you don't miss our live streams and videos here on the channel. And consider checking out the channel memberships. We've recently launched channel memberships here at Lockie Talks Football. Gets you access to members-only live streams. We've already done 2 this week. We've sort of been just started doing members-only live streams. So if you want to be part of sort of this new exclusive club, feel free to check out the memberships. And members-only videos, we've got extended match day vlogs. We've already got 2 out on the channel. So members get access to a whole bunch of extra content, and you support the channel and help us help allow me to make more content here on YouTube. So I appreciate you guys just being here, checking out the stream though, checking out the videos. So enjoy the rest of your days, your evenings, wherever, whatever the time is, wherever you're tuning in from across the world. We have just witnessed one of the most incredible games at this tournament. Portugal 2, Croatia 1. It's Portugal-Spain coming up, and Croatia, the journey is done for them. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, for Australia versus Egypt. Live watch along right here. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.